Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcro here, aka Scoop, back with the United Battle Championship, season number 4, week number 8. And this is a battle against Joyce CJ, aka CJ. Good friend of mine. Well, I wouldn't say good friend of mine, but he's a friend of mine. Good guy. He's a good guy, and a good battler. So that makes for a fun battle, right? He is coach of the Baltimore Oriolus, and we are obviously the coach of the Blackmont Rye Cougars. And he's a pretty threatening squad, as you can see on screen, but he has a lot of mons in the back that he didn't bring. And I'm going to go over his team and then go over my team, and then give a little insight into my sets and why I brought them. And then we'll hop into the replay from there. First off, we'll go over his roster. He does have the Mew, the Greninja, the Entei, the Decidueye, Nidoking, Tyrantrum, Mega Aldino, Thunders Incarnate, Bronzong, Poliwrath, and Masquerain. And his Z crystal holders are Mew, Greninja, and Thunders Incarnate. That being said, I can go over my team real quick. I have Victini, Zapdos, Mamoswine, Shaman, Mega Gardevoir, Ditto, Cobalion, Scrafty, Gyarados, Swellow, and Golurk. And my Z crystal holders are Zapdos, Shaman, and Gyarados, potentially. I think I've only ran Z Crystal maybe once this season. Not a big fan. But anyways, looking at the matchup, I immediately knew that Stealth Rocks were important. I knew that Gyarados could potentially sweep, and that Scarf Victini was a nice bring. Other than that, I thought long and hard about his team and thought it was a good battle to debut my Scrafty in. That's the word I was looking for. That being said, I can go ahead and hop into the team builder. Not really a team builder, but I'm going to go over my team. I do bring Mamoswine, which is a Sash Rocks lead, assuming he doesn't bring the Bronzong, which he did bring. So I'm not going to lead this. I will obviously lead with Victini or Scrafty. And looking at the rest of his team, I thought Scrafty would be a better lead this match. But on Mamoswine, I do have the Earthquake, the Icicle Crash, and the Ice Shard with enough speed to outspeed a Jolly Tyrantrum that isn't Joy Scarf. And that's it for Mamoswine. Basically there to set rocks and get chip damage with Ice Shard, or potentially Earthquake damage on a non-Scarf Tyrantrum. It also does work against Decidueye, which he did not bring, Mega Aldino, which he did not bring, Thunders Incarnate, which he did not bring, and the Masquerain, which he did not bring. That being said, we can hop into Zapdos. Zapdos had a pretty good matchup this match, but I bring a somewhat offensive but a little bulky Zapdos. And have the Life Orb, Thunderbolt, Dark Pulse, and Extra Sensory with Defog. Now I bring Defog on an offensive Zapdos because he has so many hazards, hazard setters, his all the hazards, plus lots of ways to set them up. Spikes, Toxic Spikes, Stealth Rock, and Webs. Not a good, not something that I would want on my side of the field, obviously. Next up, I bring an Adamant, Choice Scarf Victini. And I basically just have U-Turn, V-Create, Zen Headbutt, and Trick, I think. That way in the late game, after his speedy mons like Greninja and Thunders Incarnate are gone, I could trick away my Scarf and then be fine without it. That being said, it's just a general wall breaker as usual, and it complements Mega Gardevoir pretty well as Gyarados pretty well, helping get rid of potentially Thunders Incarnate, Poliwrath, Decidueye, etc., etc. Anyways, next up is going to be my fourth mon, Mega Gardevoir, which is a Wish Hill Bell set, but it's very offensive. Hyper Voice Psyshock hits everything on his team except the Bronze Line, which the rest of my team deals with pretty well, so I'm not too scared about that. I don't think Bronze Line's a real threat to my team. And next up is going to be my 5th mon, is my Win Condition Gyarados Sub Dragonette set with Max Attack and Adamant Nature. Enough speed to outspeed a Thundurus Incarnate after 1 Dragon Dance, and after 2 Dragon Dances, I outspeed a Choice Scarf Thundurus Incarnate. And Greninja, obviously. And have enough bulk to not be 3-hit KO'd with Stone Edge after Intimidate and Leftovers. Unless he gets a crit, of course, which then it becomes a 2-hit KO, I think. And I do have the dual Intimidate core, with my last mon being Scrafty, which is just a general bulky mon to annoy his team. And if he brings the Bronze Lung, it's going to be my lead. And he does bring the Bronze Lung, so it's going to be my lead. Knockoff, Crunch, Drain Punch, and Ice Punch. I am max attack, max HP, and little Spadef and little defense investments, along with the Assault Vest. Intimidate makes me really, really, really bulky. And looking at his team, he brings nothing for my Scrafty. I just lead with it and click Knockoff, get rid of an item or kill something, depending on the sets. But yeah, that's going to be it. So I guess we can hop into the battle from here. Like I said, as you can see on screen, he brings the Bronzong, which is more than likely a Stealth Rock setter, and Nidoking and Greninja could also have like Spikes and T-Spikes. I expect the Nidoking to be a pretty good wall breaker. Well, not that I have walls, but just what's the word? If it's not a wall breaker, what the hell is it? It's a Mon killer. It kills my Mons. Same for Tyrantrum. Like, his team's a lot like my team, very offensive, and doesn't really have walls himself. And Nidoking, Tyrantrum, Greninja, and Entei are very, very good offensive threats versus my team. And then it looks like Bronzong and Mew could be, what's the word? Utility sets, like with Knockoff and Stealth Rock and Taunt or something like that. But I suppose we can hop into the battle now. Like I said, I'm going to lead Scrafty, predicting his Bronzong lead, and then I can just go for the Knockoff. I do get to Intimidate, which is nice. So if I was a sub setup set, it would have been nice. I think I'll probably just win right here. But go for a Knockoff as he gets his rocks up. And then I go for Crunch. So he gets the Trick Room up, and he's going to go for the Explosion to just get something in real quick. As I go for Knockoff, and it's going to fail because there's nothing to hit. I'm going to go for Knockoff here, and I'm going to outspeed under the Trick Room and get rid of his Life Orb mini. He's not going to be able to hit KO me with my Assault Vest. And I can knock him out before he even gets a chance with the Ice Punch. Now, I didn't go for Crunch because it was a roll, so Ice Punch was my best play there. I just needed to throw that out there. And now he brings in Entei, which is going to lose its item because I'm going to outspeed under Trick Room. And that's exactly what happens, as he is not even able to knock me out with the Sacred Fire, which means he's a little bit more bulky than what I would have predicted. And now I can just bring in my Gyarados, intimidate him, and knowing that he's not even not that offensively invested, if at all, I can just set up a sub, and I am outspeeding him. So now I know he's a little bit more bulky than expected. But it's actually a speed tie, as he gets off a Stone Edge, and I knock him out with the Waterfall there. But now he's able to revenge kill me with Greninja, with basically any move he wants to go for. As he goes for the Ice Beam to take me out. So unfortunate, Gyarados still didn't get set up sweep or anything like that, but still putting in the work. Now I can just bring in Victini, scare out the Greninja with the Choice Scarf. Basically, if you bring Victini in on Greninja, you're more than likely going to have Choice Scarf, and that's the only reason you'd bring Greninja or Victini in on Greninja. he swaps out. If he went to Mew on my U-turn, then it would take some damage. If he stayed in on my U-turn, then I would go into my Mamoswine, sack it off, and then bring Victini back in for the second U-turn, which would most likely knock him out, unless he's very, very bulky Greninja, but you don't run bulky Greninja. But he does hard swap into the Tyrantrum, so I'm going to be able to just click Hyper Voice with my Gardevoir, and I am Mega Evolved already, but it's not going to make a difference since I didn't switch in on an attack, which was what I really didn't want to do, so we wouldn't have to restart the battle or anything like that. I made sure that it was okay with CJ and the league owner before I continued the match right here, or the commissioner, owner, whatever you want to say. And I can just U-turn into Gardevoir, and I do get the Mega stats automatically, so being Mega'd already isn't going to make a difference. Now I can just click Hyper Voice pretty freely, knock out the Tyrantrum or the Greninja, but he swaps into Mew, which is going to take over half, revealing that either he's going to be faster than me, or he's going to die to the next one, and I'm able to knock him out there. And now he brings in the Greninja, and he did show Life Orb, so I'm about guaranteeing that he has the Gunk Shot. So I'm going to hard swap into my Mamoswine. Like I said, I don't need it anymore. I can take the Gunk Shot pretty comfortably, actually. I get poisoned, but it's not going to make a difference. Like I said, I was sacking Mamoswine anyway. I'm just going to go for the chip damage with the Ice Shard here, as he's going to go for the Hydro Pump and knock me out. Thankfully, he connects. The reason the Ice Shard crit doesn't matter is because Ice Shard plus Life Orb puts him in range of U-turn anyway. And I'm actually not going to go into Victini yet because he could have Water Shuriken and a Life Orb Water Shuriken. If he gets like 3 hits or more after rocks, will knock my Victini out. So I'm going to go into Zapdos and scare him out with the Thunderbolt. I'm actually going to go for Thunderbolt because I can't risk him just knocking me out, because his Greninja could sweep. I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt. He goes into the Tyrantrum, and now I'm going to click Defog and get rid of these rocks, so that if he's not super invested, Mega Gardevoir could live a hit from the Gunk Shot. If he tries to revenge kill me, because I'm obviously going to be able to knock out the Tyrantrum with the Hyper Voice here. And if he does, if he is able to come in and land the Gunk Shot and knock me out, I can just go into my Victini and click U-turn for the win, because at this range, Water Shuriken doesn't knock me out. And he doesn't reveal Water Shuriken, and I'm able to go for the U-turn and pick up the nice, clean 1-0 victory in my favor. Good game, CJ. As usual, we have great games. Just like in the NPL qualifier tournament, where we had the best of 3 with a draft of 7 and had to use the same team in all 3 battles. All 3 battles were insanely close, and this one's no different, setting at a 1-0. We're going to move to 6-2 with a +7 differential, I think. So we're either number 2 or number 3 in the league, depending on how the number 2 team does. Which he's just number 2, so he's probably going to win. And we'll probably be setting at number 3 at the end of the week. Again, good game, CJ. We move on to week number 9, where we'll be facing Midicus, coach of the Boston Beedrills. So be sure to tune in for that. If you like, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.